Hey folks, Cornell here with Midlife Crits. How you all doing? I'm here with another Battle for Azeroth beta video. Yes, I said beta, not alpha. Beta started just this week. In fact, started yesterday. So first thing I want to make is a talent video for the Frost DK. Let me know down in the comments section if you'd like to see more. If you'd like to see me talk about the other things. I'm recording, not live. And that was Tali, folks. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, the changes to Blood and Unholy I have not documented yet. If you want to see me do that, leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to do that. So let's just jump right into what the Frost DKs are doing in their talent tree now. At level 56, you have three choices of Runic Attenuation, which is a passive. Your auto attacks generate 1 runic power. Icy Talons, which is a passive as well. Frost Strikes also increase your melee attack speed by 5% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. That's usually what I've taken in the past is Icy Talons. And then you have Shattering Strikes, another passive. If there are 5 stacks of Razor Ice on the target, Frost Strike will consume them and deals 60% additional damage. I'm testing that one out right now. Anyways, this build is completely subject to change. At level 57, you have another 3 choices of Freezing Fog, Murderous Efficiency, and Horn of Winter. Freezing Fog is a passive where Howling Blast and Frost Fever deal 20% increased damage. Murderous Efficiency is another passive. Consuming the Killing Machine effect has a 50% chance to cause you to gain 1 rune. And then next we move on to Horn of Winter, an instant cast. Blow the Horn of Winter, gaining 2 runes and generating 20 runic power with a 45-second cooldown. And at level 58, you have Ice Cap, Avalanche, and Glacial Advance. Ice Cap is a passive. Your Frost Strike, Frost Scythe, and Obliterate critical strike to reduce the remaining cooldown of Pillar of Frost by 1 second. Next is Avalanche, another passive. While Pillar of Frost is active, your melee critical strikes cause jagged icicles to fall on your nearby enemies, dealing 183 frost damage. Then you have Glacial Advance, which costs 1 rune, is an instant, and has an 11.9 second cooldown. Summon glacial spikes from the ground that advance forward, each dealing 1,375 frost damage to enemies near the eruption point. And then at level 60, you have Abomination's Might, Winter is Coming, and Blinding Sleet. Abomination's Might is a passive. Obliterate critical strikes have a 20% chance to drive lesser enemies to the ground, stunning them for 2 seconds. Players are dazed for 5 seconds instead. Winter is Coming is another passive. Enemies struck 5 times by Remorseless Winter are rooted in place for 8 seconds. Blinding Sleet, an instant with a 1-minute cooldown. Targets in a cone in front of you are blinded, causing them to wander disoriented for 4 seconds. Damage may cancel the effect. Nice crowd control, but not really what I'm looking for in my questing adventures, my leveling adventures, because if they're wandering off, unless it's that real tight wander animation, I would be afraid that they would pull in other enemies. At level 75, you get Permafrost, Volatile Shielding, and Inexorable Assault. Permafrost is a passive. When you deal damage with auto attacks, gain an absorb shield equal to 100% of the damage dealt. That's the one I'm using right now. I figured that would be good for leveling and questing. Volatile Shield. Your anti-magic shell absorbs 35% more damage and generates 100% additional runic power. I could see that being good for either PvP. Well, actually, PvP, you have a different set of skills, but for raiding. Inexorable Assault. Yes, there will be just bloopers randomly put in here, folks. Is a passive. While in combat with no enemy within 8 yards, you gain an Inexorable Assault every 1 second. Each stack causes your next auto attack to deal 367 additional frost damage. At level 90, you have Gathering Storm, Frozen Pulse, and Frost Scythe. Gathering Storm, each rune spent during Remorseless Winter increases its damage by 15% and extends its duration by 0.5 seconds. Frozen Pulse is a passive. While you have fewer than 2 full runes, your auto attacks radiate intense cold, inflicting 117 frost damage on all nearby enemies. And Frost Scythe costs 1 rune, has an 8-yard range, and is an instant. A sweeping attack that strikes all enemies in front of you for 283 frost damage. This attack benefits from Killing Machine. Critical strikes with Frost Scythe deal 4 times normal damage. And at level 100, you've got Hungering Rune Weapon, Obliteration, and Breath of Sindragosa. Hungering Rune Weapon replaces Empowering Rune Weapon, an instant with a 3-minute cooldown. Empower your rune weapon, gaining 1 rune every 5 runic power instantly. Sorry, let me reread that. Empower your rune weapon, gaining 1 rune and 5 runic power instantly and every 1.5 seconds, granting 20% haste for 12 seconds. Obliteration. For the next 12 seconds, Frost Strike and Howling Blast grant Killing Machine, and Obliterate costs 1 less rune. Breath of Sindragosa, 15 runic power per second, 2-minute cooldown. Continuously deal 1,158 Shadow Frost damage every 1 second to enemies in a cone in front of you. Deals reduced damage to secondary target. You will continue breathing until your runic power is exhausted and you cancel the effect. I have not tested this one out yet. It sounds really, really interesting, but I would hate that I would be so into my rotation that it would not work properly. So there are the talents for the Frost DK, folks. Let me know what you think of this video down below in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is Cornell with Midlife Crits, and we'll see you on the couch.